Good morning, everybody. Sharon, I hope you're having a great start to your day. It's a wonderful Monday, and here we go. Sharon, did you do anything big over the weekend? Play with the grandkids? Knit something new? How old is he, Sharon? The youngest. Eight months. Oh my goodness. Just a couple of more months, he'll be a whole other person. They changed that quick. Oh no. On June the 1st, 1971, the two-room home in Tupelo, Mississippi, was open to the public as a tourist attraction. It was the place that Elvis was born in 1935. I didn't know he was born in 1935. Go figure. That means he'd be 91 this year. I bet he's full of character because his grandma's teaching him right. Oh no. It's if he's learning the word no, that means he's hearing the word no a lot. He must be getting into trouble. Roger Blair, good morning. Roger Blair, are you really not a Beatles fan, or were you just jerking our chain? Charlie, good morning. I'm still laughing at that huge parade. Okay, Roger, I believe you. And Charlie, I think you did one on a lake also. The blue sky and blue water was amazing. I hope that was you. just across the road. That's nice. You know, that's a nice little community you're in, Charlie. Wow. Yep, that's a perk. That's a perk. Yeah, there's just something about small towns. I was watching a live feed, a little bit of it, a few days ago, and this couple had moved from Ohio, a fairly big town, to a smaller town in Tennessee. The things that those of us who've lived in small towns take for granted, they were amazed by. Like when a football game's going on, pretty much the town closes down because everybody's at the game. There we get some bird song. They seem to come and go these days. Not that long ago, they seemed to be more constant. And I've not seen any deer in the backyard, and I couldn't tell you when. Well, Charlie, what you've shown us so far, it looks kind of small to me, but anything, doesn't stay the same. The first place I remember living when I was like 4 years old, mile long dirt road, three homes. And now here we are 65 years later, and it's a mile long paved road with six homes. So it's doubled in size. That's how far out in the country I was. And they're all highfalutin. They have indoor bathrooms and all that fancy stuff. So let's see here. Dun-dun-dun. All right. There we go. Now we've got a little music history scrolling across the screen. Hope my typing wasn't too loud for you guys. Soul Star, good morning. I might have a surprise for Soul Star. Good morning, Khadijah. I'm just about to go pour my second cup. And Khadijah, I dare say, even with one arm, you're going to get things done in the kitchen a lot faster than I would. Thank you, dear. Well, let's go. get this second cup, get it started. I'll be right back. You guys hold down the fort. So you're motivated to get things done. Uh, well, thanks for joining in with us, Charlie. Better late than never. I just poured my second cup. I know, Charlie. I When I was working a regular job or going to school, uh, from the time my eyes first opened to the time I was walking out the front door was between 10 and 15 minutes. I mean, I would get up, I'd get her done, and get on the move. And now I'll open up my eyes, and sometimes it's hours before I get out the door. When having lunch, we get 30 minutes for lunch. And if I didn't bring it, I'd have to drive somewhere, get it, eat it, and get back in less than half an hour. I don't do that anymore. Got you, Soul Star. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, ninth grade, 10th grade. 10th grade, I had 2 jobs and went to school full time, high school full time. No early release in order to do the job. I don't even know if they still have that. Worked 2 jobs and went to school, and then I went to work at Kmart for right out of high school. Got smacked in the face with the reality of how the business world works. Taking my afternoon break one time, and Mr. Lee, good morning. Taking my afternoon break one time, and the store manager, the head honcho, comes into the break room, sits down. He says, Jim, I appreciate that. I said, what are you talking about? You volunteering to work overnight. I hadn't said a word. Mr. Lee, I hope you had a great day. I hope you enjoyed Saturday night. Hope everybody enjoyed Saturday night. Oh, Khadijah, you haven't missed anything. People telling you hello. And stuff like that. Between 9 and 11, I'll be exercising also. It's called pushing a lawnmower. Yeah, for Mr. Lee, it's like 12:29 in the afternoon. I think Sharon's 1:29. Uh-oh. Khadijah guards our southern border. Thanks, Mr. Lee. She guards the southern border. Tina guards the coast. And I take care of the northern border. The mountains kind of guard themselves. Yeah, it's we're going to have a couple of days this week. They're going to start out in the 50s. But it won't be long. I mean, it's still summertime. I mean, it's still spring. It's going to feel like summer before we know it. Charlie, in case she's not reading chat, Mr. Lee said hello. Khadijah said hello to everybody. Those iPads will do that. And got today's little bit of music trivia, music history scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Yeah, it started out at 62 and it's already 64 here. And a little over a week ago, the grass was brown and looked like straw almost. Buddy, today it's thick and green. Gas dropped. It's $3.97. So that's 20 cents cheaper than it was not that long ago. Oh, don't do that to me. It's going to do it anyway. Ah, yeah, it can be spotty at times. Mr. Lee, you need to remember that stuff. Yeah, those things are fun to see. I remember when I was a kid and the neighbor's house across the street, it was a downpour, and we were totally dry. If I think of it, Mr. Lee, I'll remind you next year so you don't get in the doghouse. We don't want Mr. Lee in the doghouse. And now I've got Little River Band Happy Anniversary playing in my head. Huh. Thank you, Charlie. Hope you have a great day. We just had some spooling going on. And Charlie, thanks for having a cup of coffee with us. Wow. Share that one, Soul Star. That's an amazing photo. That's one thing about the group of people that come to here and to Mogs. It's not difficult to find an expert on pretty much any topic. Yeah, that's what I've always heard, Mr. Lee. If you can get to the end of a rainbow, you'll find a pot of gold. Well, it's one of the best traits is everybody's allowed to disagree, but we still get along. That's what I really like about this group. Yeah, Mr. Lee. See, that's a town I would have liked to have gone to visit, but I don't know. I don't know if I would do it now because so much has changed. But it's the same thing with San Francisco and New York. I always wanted to go to those cities and see them, but with everything going on now, I don't think so. Mr. Lee, there was one of another Brit that came over to vacation in London. Listen, he vacationed in New York City and he loved it. He was crazy about it. And the I tried to leave messages just to let him know New York is not what it used to be. Come to other parts of the country. Yeah, Mr. Lee, that's sad to see. The pandemic here closed down a bunch of little shops, family owned businesses. My favorite restaurant in Greensboro, a Thai restaurant, uh, they went out of business during the pandemic. I was lucky to be able to eat there once or twice after I moved back before they closed down. Good morning, Dolly. I hope you're having a great day. Yeah, Soul Star. If you guys saw some of the stuff that got typed in chat, disrespectful is an understatement. But Nightbot blocks it from you guys having to see it. But I learned something very important from a buddy of mine. Dolly, I don't think you're wrong. Uh, yep. And what gets me is the number of people that just, I don't know, they just don't get it. They're not paying attention. They don't think. They just believe whatever they hear. Sharon. I mean, look who all's in chat. We got people from around the world, males, females, older, younger, and we all get along. But if you was to listen to the mainstream uh, information dealers, they'd swear stuff like this never happens. Attaching 49 crochet squares together. see, see what I mean? Shaz, that's she just says it in passing like it's nothing, but to some of us, it's amazing that she can do that while thinking about anything else. Oh, that's okay, Soul Star. Yeah, it's afternoon for Sharon. I think it's approaching 2 o'clock for Sharon. Yeah, me too, Dolly. Uh, and oh, geez, if you go back and look at some old TV shows and stuff, you can see it. I mean, they're talking about it, and it's hilarious. And even in small towns, not all small towns over here are overly helpful like they used to be. Yeah, Mr. Lee is big into the keto. One person that comes to Mog's channel Tuesdays and Thursday nights, um, he's off of all of his meds but one, so it worked really well for him. I'm not a huge fan of one size fits all, but the results that people are getting might not be a bad idea to give it a try. Uh, if you mean when I get up of a morning, that's one thing. When I got an idea of what's really going on, that was decades ago. And The decades ago one was very sad. No, Dolly, great minds just think alike. Oh yeah, it's you know you go to the story of the three little pigs. What you build your house out of makes a huge difference. What you consume makes a big difference. There was a book in the 90s, Eat for Your Blood Type. And I know a lot of people that did that that had a big success. That's right, Mr. Lee. What we were talking about a few minutes ago. The the fact that we as a group are so diverse, and yet here we are. Thanks, Dolly. Everybody knows I'm proud. If I'm not the king of typos, I'm pretty close. Between bad spelling and typos, I'm surprised I get any information across to people. Soul Star, you mean auto incorrect? Pugsley. That's a good one. Well, I'm going to go pour a cup of coffee. I have a bad feeling it's going to be the last cup. Oh, thank you guys. I'm back. Rinsed out the coffee pot. What I missed. Let's go back and read a little bit. Yep, auto incorrect is what I call it because strangely, sometimes I'll type the right thing and it changes it, and it doesn't change it until I hit the send button. Frustrating. Yeah, I got so much to do. Sometimes I get in vapor lock. Uh, Vapor lock is an old mechanic saying. And it takes me a while to pick out the next task. Mr. Lee, I think that's a great idea. I like rescue dogs. You know, Mr. Lee, within just a couple of days of you losing your pet, a couple other people I know lost theirs. Oh, and just kind of in general, nothing specific. Uh, this coming Friday, get a couple of bucks cash in your pocket and make sure your car is full of gas just in case something goes down Saturday. I'm not going to make any predictions other than there's nothing wrong with having a full tank of gas and a couple of bucks of cash in your pocket. Yeah, Dolly. I'm going to guess that a lot of people in chat, since we're all so similar, uh, I'll get stuff done for other people before I'll get it done for myself. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, I like all of you guys that have cats. I can't be around cats, but I like all animals, so I get to watch cats that other people have. are you talking about, Soul Star? You're young. I don't know how old you are, but I know about how old you are. You're young. I think me and Roger are probably the oldest two in the crowd, and I'm pretty sure I'm well past Roger. Oh, geez, Soul Star, that's terrible. That's right, Mr. Lee. I I've lost count of how many puppies we've lost over the decades. Well, Sharon, I was born in '57. Oh man, Roger, that's great. Uh, I have not seen a deer in the backyard in quite a while. Roger, I hope you got video. Mr. Lee, I was doing what they call the 5 Peak Challenge in that park I go to, uh, which in order to finish it, I needed to stay focused and moving to get it done. And that was the day I saw the black bear. And when I saw the black bear, did I think to grab the pepper spray? No. Did I think to make myself big to scare it away? No. My only thought was, please let me get my camera started before he takes off. Val. Sorry, Val. I got you beat by 3 years. That's right, Dolly. They are. You know the old joke, lock your girlfriend and your dog in the trunk of your car, come back 15 minutes later and see who's happiest to see you. Yeah, absolutely. Send the photo. Post the photo on your channel. Val, we know you're working. It's a Monday, but we appreciate you popping in. Mr. Lee, you've got wild boar around there. They can be pretty dangerous. I put Blackie on the other day when he was doing his live stream. I didn't have time to chat, but I was listening in. Saw a lot of familiar faces in the chat. Yeah, sometimes I have to lurk. And Val, everybody's telling you good morning. Mr. Lee, Soulstar, Dolly. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Mr. Lee. They will mess you up. And they know to run in between your legs and gore you as they go by. The Not a good idea to be anywhere near them. Sharon says hello, Val. I know Val works and listens sometimes. Roger Blair says hello, Val. Yeah, they'll mess you up, your final mess up. Because if they get your femoral arteries, it's probably lights out. Mr. Lee, now I got the British band UFO playing in my hand. Lights out. Michael Shankner, the guitarist for UFO, he's pretty good. Unfortunately, got into some problems with chemicals, but he barely survived, thank goodness. Badgers are nothing to mess around with. The badgers that I'm familiar with, they will take out animals twice their size. Ferocious. Yeah. Rock bottom, doctor. I know a little bit about UFO. If you look at my playlist, I've got like 3 songs by them. John P., thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And if memory serves, those songs are over 4 minutes. So I think I got a couple of them in my no 3-minute limit playlist. Yeah, I did have even more, but I kind of consolidated a few things, uh, and I'm trying to on the post tab. I try to put up some information there now and again. Sometimes a little humorous, sometimes kind of an Easter egg thing. It's like last month, uh, I put up Three Dog Night. I've got Pieces of April, and one of the lines of that song, I got Pieces of April, but it's a morning in May. So I posted it in May. Nobody commented. John P., I hope you've had a great day and got a good night's rest. I know you work nights sometime. Mr. Lee, check out the no 3 minute limit. Uh, I think you'll like some of the stuff there. And a couple of them are live recordings of bands, and it's like It's My Life by Talk Talk. It's the best version of that song that I have found. They performed it live in Montreal, and it was amazing. Not that I know of, Soul Star. I know, Mr. Lee. That you guys show up and spend your time is, trust me, is absolutely amazing to me. And Saturday, people were wanting 2 hours. Mr. Lee, when I told you it would take over 2 hours to do the Beatles, people were wanting a 2 hour show. That, it just blows my mind. I'm going to try to stick to the 1 hour format, though, and just do same topic 2 weeks. Because it's Saturday night, people want to go and do stuff. Oh no, I was sad when that guy passed away a few years ago. He was a great singer. He really was, and seemed to be, from what I heard, a pretty good guy. I mean, his musical abilities were really high. And like I said, the live version in Montreal, that was it just blows my mind thinking about it. I get chill bumps on my arms because it was such a good performance. Like I tell people, I am not a music expert, but I know a couple of things. It's like Mr. Lee, I even know who Shakin' Stevens is. And I bet you Mr. Lee might be the only person in chat that knows Shakin' Stevens. Sharon might know. Shakin' Stevens is the British version of Elvis. Yep. Yeah, Mr. Lee and Sharon would probably be the only two in chat that's ever heard of Shakin'. He's got a YouTube channel, and he can sing his version of Towing the Line. I put it right up there with Rocky Burdett's. I don't even know if he's still with us. He might be departed. But do you guys like his music? Yeah, I know Mr. Lee. He's not for everybody. Teacher Crizzy, everybody vote Teacher Crizzy Teacher of the Year. Let me tell you, Teacher Crizzy, Michael Haywood, good morning, sir. Good to see you. Teacher Crizzy went to her schoolroom and was painting everything so that when her children returned back to school, they would have a very nice room to learn in. So vote Teacher Crizzy Teacher of the Year. Michael Haywood, it's great to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, look up Towing the Line, Shakin' Stevens. I think you might like it. I think Towing the Line was probably Rocky Burdett's only hit. And he did a pretty good job of it, I think. But Shakin' did all right too. Teacher Crizzy, you were doing a fantastic job. She was in there hand painting the bookcases. We appreciate your dedication. Michael Haywood, I get to go mow when I finish here this morning. Michael, I really appreciate you coming in and saying a couple of words because we don't get to see very much of you. We're just good to know, that you're doing okay. Yes, Teacher Crizzy. Mr. Lee, I'll be live for another 30 minutes, a little over 30 minutes. Michael Haywood, that's exactly right. Uh, I push mow my yard because it is an exercise program that you cannot get away from. If you put it off, it is more work when you actually do it. And because growing up with asthma, it is a tribute to God's healing powers that I'm able to do such. And one of my favorite preachers growing up, he never took a salary from the church. It was a very small church. He made his living by mowing yards and doing work like that. So it's a hat tip to him also. And people think I'm crazy for doing it, but that's on them. I'm going to do it as long as the legs work. I know, Mr. Lee. Uh, you just do what you need to do, Michael. Uh, I understand, but that's my point of view. That other people can do whatever works for them, and it's like we were talking about before you came on, Michael. Everybody here is very diverse, and we respect each other's points of view and how they see things. And you're appreciated, so just deal with it. So, Teacher Crizzy, when does school start back? Is it one day this week or next week? Thank you, Michael. I totally agree with you. This YouTube thing has been one of the best accidents I've ever had. Yeah, The Philippines do a little different schedule. I remember when school started the first day after Labor Day, and we got out the last day in May. And then they had to go and start messing with the schedules. Bleh. But I gotta say, uh, the older students need to be tapered down to a little less time off during the summer to get them accustomed to going into the workforce. Cause I remember that first year I went from high school to working full time, and uh, it was rough. Everybody was going to the beach, and I had to work. Michael Haywood, let's see here. Next spring, you'll be doing a 60-day live stream with Jim where you'll be living in a handmade nest in the very same tree. That's the neighbor's tree, Mr. Michael. Those neighbors are pretty cool. But Treezilla has really greened up now that we've got some rain. Color wasn't looking good for a while there, but yeah, Michael's got a good sense of humor. And Moggs and Stevie B really like to hear him laugh. Oh, man, when I was a kid, I would have given just about anything for a treehouse. And if you look on YouTube, you can find adults who have built adult homes as tree houses. It's crazy. Oh, we are overrun with birds here. You don't have to build anything, don't have to put out any food. They are everywhere. I was come back from grocery shopping, and I parked out on the open area, not under the carport. And there was a bird sitting on the passenger side door, looking at itself in the rearview mirror, fighting itself in the mirror. Soul Star, that would be great. Thank you, Sharon. I will check my email. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing. You do such good work. And no joke, encourage Sharon to share her work. Oh, Mr. Lee, not too much, really. Just everybody showing appreciation for one another. Sharon, Mr. Lee says, catch you later. Really, Sharon does great work. Mr. Lee, have you guys been having issues with ticks over your way? More ticks than usual? Well, I appreciate y'all. If you don't come in but for 2 minutes, I appreciate it. I try to give people a place to relax. Too much junk going on. Well, John, thank you for coming by. I hope the patient is easy to work with. Mr. Lee, we got to figure some way to get a hold of a couple of motorcycles and me and you ride the Blue Ridge Parkway. I think you would enjoy that. It's just getting you to the States and having good weather. I do not ride in the rain. People are too crazy. Joanne, yeah, John, I hope you feel better. Yeah, here in the States, there's a lot of people around reporting higher tick population than normal. I haven't had an issue yet. Joanne, I hope you'll send that email soon. At least I don't think you sent one yet. If you did, sorry. Uh, Joanne's another one of those people that just goes just crazy work. She works, works, works. And she shows you how to organize, how to clean. You know, if your job isn't organization something, you've missed your calling. I know. I'm just reminding you when you can. And sorry, you'll have to copy and paste the email address because for some reason YouTube doesn't like me and it doesn't always work when you click it as a link. John P., I got your email. John. And Joanne, before you get gone, you and your family's always in our prayers. Wow, town goes to bed at 9 p.m. Jeez. Mr. Lee, you're welcome. Uh, come up for a couple of minutes right now, Mr. Lee. Yeah, Joanne, I understand. You know, uh, the only thing I ask if somebody comes backstage, show me who you are, so I know it's not a troll. Mr. Lee, you know you're always welcome. And there's some other people that they got the link to. You can help close out the show. 20 minutes roughly, so you don't even have to talk for long, and you can turn the camera off. Yeah, just everybody needs to remember this is more of a family show than some of the other channels. you know let's keep it PG-13. That's all I ask. What? Oh, it, you might have to copy and paste. Like I said, YouTube doesn't like me and links, and I don't know why. But if you copy and paste it into a browser, it should work. Yeah, that might be it too. Um, my browser on my phone, I the one I'm using now, because the other one is no longer legal on the phone, yada yada. Anyway, I cannot come up on panels using my phone, which reminds me, I need to turn my ringer off. I'm surprised the phone's not. That's fine, Mr. Lee. You just let me know, Mr. Lee. I'll stick it in the chat earlier, and you can copy and paste it and have time to work with it. I know it's frustrating. But like I said, I've gone and tested my own link to email, and it doesn't work. So I think I even put it in the about page, that you have to copy and paste the email. John P, you say this often. I hope you've been checked out. I know, Mr. Lee. I know. I try to come on at noon your time. Uh, John P is funny. Uh, Princess Joyax and Julie. Okay, John. Those two were in a live one day, and they were whispering to each other. And I was like, what is going on? What shenanigans are these two up to? And it turned out, Princess Joyax, she takes care, she's a caregiver, and the patient was asleep. So they were whispering not to wake up the patient. And now, whenever I go into their chat, they'll whisper to me to make me laugh. It's funny. To me, it's funny. Uh oh. Let's not poke the bear. Got you, John B. Yeah, Roger. You might have been there. It was funny. Uh, Joanne, thank you for coming in. And I hope you have an easy Monday. And I, I know once you leave your own home, you never know what's going to poke at you, but hopefully it'll be a smooth day. Joanne, everybody's wishing you a wonderful day. Khadijah. There you go, Mr. Lee. And that's another thing. I use Restream, and I was using StreamYard, but they have limitations on the hours. But I use Restream to talk to people because, especially people overseas, and that way there's no long distance phone calls or anything like that. Who knows? Khadijah might surprise us one day and pop up here. Then you could hear two Southern accents. Michael Haywood might show up. You never know. Yeah, Mr. Lee, apartment living here is like that. uh, that would be a rowdy show getting Kathy to co-host. Kathy is so funny. She kind of disappeared for a few days there for a while, but I've seen her lately. Oh no, I do not sing. I like you guys. Trust me, you do not want to hear me sing. Khadijah lives in the big city, but she's country like me. Oh, buddy. I bet you if I was to say, Khadijah, let's go have some greens and some pintos and whatnot, she'd be right there. Cornbreads and chitlins. Oh man, I hadn't had any cornbread and chitlin in years. Next time I take a trip up to the mountains, I'll have to stop at a little restaurant, see if they still serve brains and eggs. I don't know if anybody still eats that. They'd take pig brains and eggs and scramble. I don't think I've had that since I was a kid. Yeah. So, like I tell people, we were out in the country and poor. So, we had rabbit stew and squirrel stew. And when I was living in Columbia, South Carolina, there was a highway patrolman who lived in the same apartment complex. And I was talking to him one day, and he was from the flatlands, but out in the country of South Carolina. And I can't remember how we brought up the subject, but we brought up the subject of squirrel stew. And buddy, his eyes lit up. Oh, I didn't know that, Mr. Lee. Oh, yeah. I don't remember this, but family members tell me that uh, sometimes lunch would be two pieces of bread and maybe put a little like mayonnaise and sprinkle a little sugar on the mayonnaise. They don't like to remember that stuff because they don't like. But I'm a, you know, I know where I come from. I'm not ashamed that we were poor. Uh, Mike, what's up, Mike? Hey, Saturday night got a copyright, but no strikes and no limitations. So I don't know what the deal is there. If you know that scenario, I hope you'll explain it to me one day. Yeah, Wow. But this is opinion, and you know what they say about opinions. But I think we all need to remember where we come from. When I was in school, uh, I'd walk up to the refrigerator and open it, and whatever was left in the refrigerator, that's what I had for lunch. You know, I did not want to go into debt borrowing money for school. So I worked full time and I went to school full time. And you know what, Khadijah? Uh, I like taking an onion, peeling it, put put it on some aluminum foil to wrap it up, throw a little butter on top, and bake it. Just baked onion. I think that is fantastic. Yeah. Khadijah, I'm still a huge fan of chicken pot pies. Let me tell you, uh, every once in a while, the big box store puts the 8 pack on sale, and I fill up my freezer. Let me tell you, what is it, Montclair or something like that? Yeah, John P., your dad did good. Trust me. And it's not just Bob Lazar, Mr. Lee. There's others. Yeah, I think that's it, Khadijah. I just know it goes on sale, and like I said, uh, I how it, the only limitations on me buying those when they're on sale is how much room I got in my freezer at the time. Because they're quick, they're easy, they're not good for you, but they're not bad for you. You guys remember in 1971, June the 1st, they opened Elvis's home to the public as a museum type situation. I think he was born in 1935, Tupelo, Mississippi. Okay, guys, I've already gone over the 2 hours. I appreciate y'all so much. I hate to leave such good company, but I got to get to pushing that mower before it gets too hot. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We'll do this again tomorrow. Mr. Lee, 12 o'clock noon your time. If you have the time, let me know, and I will pop it into chat, and you'll have time to work with it. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Only kind words come your way, and I will catch everyone